Hey, good evening. I've come to share with you my latest. It is another custom order. She requested a fairy journal, and so this is my first. I know, I've been having a lot of firsts lately, haven't I? But here we go. It's made out of heavy cardstock, lace on the spine, beautiful pattern paper I received from my good friend Rachel. A few things in here came from her. Excuse me. I did get this from an Etsy seller. I saw her YouTube video and just fell in love with it. If you would like to know her name, just let me know and I'll find it for you. Of course, I forget these things. So anyway, I've tied it closed with some ribbon. It's a fairy door, and you can do one yourself, of course, but she has a digital download that has the door, the inside, and just the fairy came in a different kit. So here we go. Open it up, and there's your fairy. Isn't that beautiful? I just fell in love with it. I had to have one just for this journal. Now, sometimes she puts these on a page in the journal, and then she'll leave the top back open so that you can put a tag in. But excuse me, since this was a cover, I just glued the whole thing down. Okay, so we have an eyelet and lace closure, and we go inside. With the excess cardstock, I folded it up and made a pocket. And then I've done 2 layers. We've got the main cardstock here, and then I've done a lighter behind so that it would show up a little better. Then we've got some beautiful pattern paper here, and the white sparkles. And then we have a book belongs to. And in the pocket, we have a mushroom tag with some script stamping and some sparkly trim. You can journal on the back. Then we have this journal card. This and the mushroom all came in this kit, which was also from an Etsy seller. And again, if you want to know the name, just let me know and I'll let you know. And we got flowers and some grid cardstock, some lace trim, and stamping. Isn't she cute? I do believe it was from Dreams Etc., but I could be wrong, so don't take my word for that. Anyway, here we go. We have a Believe sticker, a page from the kit, lined, which is always nice. There's a quarter doily, a little bit of stamping throughout, and then we've got some stationery with some pretty yellow flowers you can journal on, and goodness, excuse me, this journal card which comes in the kit, and then I've stamped a couple of leaves on the back. We've got some journal prompt paper, excuse me, some grungy paper, or stamping. Here's a journal card that I found a chipboard F for fairies, and then I did some glimmer mist and some vintage photo on it. And then there's some glitter on the paper too. Another page from the kit. Cute little bubble fairy. Here's the center of the first signature. Oh goodness. There are 2 signatures in this book. Okay, so we have a tuck spot here, which has an Edith Holden book page tag, and some cardstock on the back, which I've done some script stamping, but you can journal over the top of that. And then we have a Hermelinda tag, open tag. With some ribbon trim. Here's a Tsunami Rose envelope, which has one of her journaling spots, and one of her mini file folders. She can journal that. Another tuck spot. This one has a large sheet of ledger paper that you can journal on. I got a bunch of these at a yard sale. Oh, she had so many. It was all I could do to limit myself to like 4. Another bubble fairy. Isn't she pretty? So I took the purple from these flowers, and did this. It's paper clipped in there. I made a, oh my goodness, let's see if I can get it off. There we go. I've made an envelope out of a tag. And then this flower came from Sonia in Serbia. When we did a swap quite a while ago, actually. I've been hoarding these, I think. Well, no, actually it was just, sometimes you get so many things from different people, and they are so wonderful that you forget until, oh my goodness, look at what I found. I forgot I had that. So I think that was what it was. And on the inside, we have this journal card that I've made with some layering and some blue parchment paper cardstock. Edith Holden book page, and then in the top we have this image. Isn't that beautiful? I got that from my good friend Rachel also. She was downsizing, needed to get rid of a few things, and then with the paper clip that held in that envelope, it also was holding this beautiful, oh, I got this from yard sale too. I got a whole book of them. They're not vintage, but they're vintage looking postcards. So I got a new pair of scissors. It is so cool. It makes everything that it cuts look like a postage stamp. I've been cutting up so many things just so it looks like a postage stamp. It's so cool. So I also got these teeny tiny images from my friend Rachel, and so I've been making them look like postage stamps. And I stamped a leaf. Another quarter doily. And in here we have some more writing paper. And an Artie Mays journal card. And I backed it with tea-dyed paper and stamping. More of that beautiful kit. These I got, oh, I wish I remembered her name. We did a swap just recently with tags, and she sent us so many of these cute little cards. And this heart-shaped paper clip. Isn't that cool? And you can paper clip things on the other side also. And this side it says Joy, a Joy sticker. And that's the end of the first signature. And we go into the second. This one I did a little different. It was just some tea-dyed paper, and then I did a hinge out of some extra tea-dyed paper with a Edith Holden book page, so you can write on this part. And then I glued a journaling card from the kit onto it, and so you can see some of the images around, and I thought it went with the fairies. And then paper clipped here was oh my goodness. I had seen Patricia's video tutorial on how to do this, but I had never tried it. I decided to try it, and I'm so glad I did. Oh, she has the most amazing ideas. So in here, just an altered envelope, regular long envelope. We have this tag that I've stamped on, a little bit of ribbon trim. Then we got this cute little fairy tag, and this little bird's nest that I backed onto file folder. And then this comes from a different kit, but she can title it, she can put a sentiment on it, she can put a date on it. And then on the back we have vintage dictionary page and stamping. More of the beautiful kit. Some, I don't remember where I got these, but beautiful butterflies. And tucked behind it we have an Artie Mays journal card. You can write on this side, and I've stamped a flower right all on there. And this is Tsunami Rose from her vintage parcel, I think. Yeah, kit. And that will be in my next journal because the kit is so cool. Anyway, here we go. We have a tag pocket that I got, I do believe it Tuesday morning, quite some time ago. And a tag goes inside of it. And then a tag is tucked behind it. Cute little fairy and a dog and a couple of chicks. I thought it was cute. And we have some ledger paper. A quote: "When a dragonfly appears, you know a fairy is near." And you can write little spaces around there. Some vintage trim on this cardstock tuck spot. Another piece of really big ledger paper to journal on. And you can also journal on here. That's what I like about junk journals. You can journal anywhere on anything, however you want to do it. Nothing is wrong. Then I've done this journal card. Isn't that beautiful glitter? And then I've stamped the back. You can journal on it. And on this side, we have another Edith Holden book page tag with lined cardstock on the back and stamping. Center of the second signature, we have another Tsunami Rose envelope, which is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Have you been on her Etsy store? She's got over 200, I think now. Maybe it's 300. I don't know. Kits and different things to make journaling just so fun. And I just don't know where she gets all these ideas, but I'm so glad she does. More stamping. More vintage trim. I don't even know where he got this, but isn't that gorgeous? I really like that one. And then we have this journal card. Here's the thing with these journal cards. They're such a size. They're like a little bigger than 4x6. That you could conceivably put a photo on there. This could be a photo mat on one side and then journaling on the other. If you so desire. If she so desires, excuse me. And then another Her Melinda tag. Lots of space for journaling. For the beautiful kit. More stamping. Okay, this one is another beautiful image from the kit, packed onto some pattern paper. And then I've left it open in the back for a little booklet. This is a Tsunami Rose image, and this is some of that leftover Easter paper that I keep finding and using bits and pieces of. It's an index card with guest check, tea-dyed paper, and a recipe card. And in the center, we've got a couple of butterflies on a string. And it goes, oh, sorry, and there's a little butterfly. Back in there. There you go. That's your paper. Another little tag pocket. And this beauty behind it. Isn't it sweet? Such beautiful pinks. This is from Edith Holden. Fussy cut it out and left it open behind for this tag. And some crochet trim on the top. This is Tsunami Rose Charming Fragments kit that I've just shrunk down. You can turn on all that. And it tucks so nicely in there. Isn't she adorable? Cute little fairy. I've done another hinge on the back. And then this paper clipped in there. Another altered envelope. Pretty much the same, just different papers and stamps and pattern papers. Trims that you can journal on. And this tag. And this cute little bird tag. And that is backed onto file folder. And then it just paper clips in there. The dictionary page and stamping on the back. And then on this one, it is Edith Holden book page on the other side. And then on this, since it was so filled with writing, I put a scrap piece of not file folder, what is this? Lined cardstock, that's what it is, goodness. And then I did the same thing on the other side with the Edith Holden and then one of the journal cards. Isn't that pretty? I like how that turned out. Then we have a big pocket on the back with some more glitter and beautiful. And inside we have this gorgeous tag with the sparkle trim. And this tag, some strip stamping, a lock and a key, and some crochet trim. And then on the back, we've got this cuteness. And that is my very first ever fairy book, fairy journal. I hope that you like it. I hope that she likes it. And thank you. And my next one is another Marilyn Monroe one. I have another request for that. So thank you and have a very good evening. Bye bye.